The Syrian army, backed by Russian air power, is making a last push to repel the remaining terrorists out of the largely liberated city of Deir Ez-Zor. Citizens there have had to endure 3 years of siege by Islamic State. And one of our RT crews is now inside Deir Ez-Zor. Correspondent Murad Gazdiev has been listening to local stories.
In Deir Ez-Zor, you'll find little unmarked by war. Every crater has its own tragic story.
It exploded right here. A neighbor was sitting here, holding his 2-year-old nephew. Another man was there, and my son Isa was right here. Shrapnel hit him in the back, in the waist, and the legs. A piece went in his lungs. He still suffers pain from it.
Isa has now survived ISIS shells twice. He well remembers his last brush with death and how his sister found him.
I said, Judy, Judy, my back hurts. But she thought only my legs were hit. When they picked me up, they saw blood flowing down my back. My sister started screaming and hitting herself.
The first time he was nearly killed by an ISIS shell, he was just 10 months old. Then shrapnel peppered the baby Isa, slicing off a toe. In all, he has 11 scars and a lump of jagged metal in his lungs that could still eventually kill him. But at least he made it. The other 2-year-old boy at the scene wasn't so lucky. This hell lasted for 3 years. It left a mark on everyone. The word tragedy does not begin to describe what happened in Deir Ez-Zor. Any door you knock on, any family you talk to will tell you of their loss and their suffering. Truly, the one thing that unites this city is that everyone has a horrific story. There was no place in Deir Ez-Zor where the population could find sanctuary. There is no place that the battle left untouched. Dust, craters, bullet holes and devastation are everywhere. Entire districts of the city are in ruins. Entire generations traumatized. Entire generations lost.
During the battle with ISIS, I was shot just above my jaw. The bullet is still there. My left eye was destroyed, and I have 10% vision in my right eye.
The reality of war. Adel's 2 brothers were also in the army, defending Deir Ez-Zor. They were literally protecting their family against ISIS. He is the only one left alive. There is hope for Adel. He could yet have his vision partially restored. But this family's loss is neither unique nor the worst.
I wasn't the only one to lose 1, 2 or 3 sons. Many families gave more than me. In my office, there was a man who lost 5 sons and a daughter. This is what war is. It consumes and destroys everything.
For many, the worst is over. The breaking of the siege of Deir Ez-Zor heralded a new beginning. Yet for others, in areas still being liberated, it's just the start. Aside from all the pain, a sense of loss in Deir Ez-Zor, there's also shame. Shame at what women and young girls as old as 13 and 14 were forced to do in order to feed themselves and their families. When you're hungry, you'll do anything. But no one will talk about it on camera. A sense of shame here runs deep. The things people were forced to do in this city, the psychological scars left behind, will take decades to heal. Murad Gazdiev, RT, from Deir Ez-Zor, Syria.